Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen across the galaxy, wherever you may be. This is your Grand Admiral Arnold, as always, director of the video gaming division here at the Galactic Empire. And we got some more news in regards to Rise of Skywalker content. The other day, we broke down the Sith Trooper and General Hux kit reveal. It's in the top right-hand corner if you haven't checked it out already. It's pretty darn good. And today, we now have confirmation of a huge new type event to unlock very powerful characters known as Galactic Legends Event. We don't have too much information to write on, but we do know two brand new characters are coming to the game, a Rey and a Kylo Ren of some sort. They will not disclose final names just yet until a little bit after the movie, but as we see right here, as we can tell, at the minimum, I don't know what they're going to be naming it. We don't know where their ultimate plot line is going to end, but we see right here Kylo Ren. This is gonna be his Rise of Skywalker, right? Because in the first movie on Force Awakens, he had his mask on. Second movie, Snoke told him to take that stupid thing off, and then now he kind of looks like he repaired it. He put it back down, so he's once again masked. You can kind of see the little weld marks over on his face. And then we have Rey over here. Jedi Rey? Don't quite know. We had Jedi training Rey from the last movie, The Last Jedi. I don't know what this one's going to be called, but let's read this, because in general, aside from our new Rey and Kylo coming to the game, we'll talk about what their potential power might be. This is going to be an important event to unlock very important and powerful characters out there in the universe. And the first thing that comes to my mind is probably going to be a Jedi Luke sometime down the road, if this is supposed to be like the pinnacle of like important characters in Galaxy of Heroes, or just Star Wars in general. And quickly, two little minor updates in regards to the Hux and Sith Trooper video. Some things have changed since then. Firstly, General Hux, it looks like they accidentally copied and pasted Sith Trooper's kit over to Hux's kit for a devious scheme. It correctly says now, dispel all debuffs on General Hux and target other First Order ally, and grant that ally a bonus turn. If General Hux has advantage, he loses it and resets all ability cooldowns on target allies. So this is a little bit different. They accidentally copied over the mass cleanse from Sith Trooper over to Hux. Hux does not have a mass cleanse ability. Sith Trooper does, so you don't worry, your First Order will still have a mass cleanse. This is still good in its own. Imagine Hux giving this over to Sith Trooper. You can reset all of his cooldowns. He can do a cleanse probably over and over and over and over again. So this could be a very frequent cleanse for the First Order team. And remember, bonus turns cannot be prevented by days. So very good. Good stuff overall. It's very much like Grand Admiral Thrawn, which is why they were referring the other day to Grand Admiral Thrawn's kit. This is basically just like Grand Admiral Thrawn. You dispel all debuffs. There's no protection regeneration like Thrawn does, but the overall concept is very like Grand Admiral Thrawn. And just to show you, Sith Trooper will still keep his mass cleanse for First Order and Sith allies. So that's good. That's a very cool ability with a lot of theory crafting potential. And lastly, I got a ton of questions on the video the other day. We already have a Sith Trooper in game for the Sith Empire. What are they doing to differentiate the names? That I already kind of responded to a couple comments the other day, but for those who didn't see the comments and are wondering, they're going to be renaming the KOTOR Sith Trooper to Sith Empire Trooper, and they're going to be naming the current Sith Trooper we just got the Sith Trooper. So there's a little name differential if you need if you kind of wanted to know. All right, update time over. Let's get into the Galactic Legends explanation. Hello there again, Holotable Heroes. We revealed some of the reasons why we're excited about the journey guide and the future of events last week, but there is one more thing to reveal before the journey guide is released into the cantina. The journey guide is going to introduce the newest type of character to the holotables: Galactic Legends. The Galactic Legend designation will be reserved for some of the most famous and powerful characters in the galaxy, and the journey guide will be your path to unlocking them. We'll be sharing more about what makes the Galactic Legend special and how to unlock them down the road, which is kind of a big question. But for now, they have the honor of revealing who the first two Galactic Legends will be, and they're just naming it Rey and Kylo Ren. Pretty generic, but as we see down here, to avoid any plot spoilers, these aren't the final in-game names. We will unveil the final names at some point following the theatrical release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Stay tuned and we'll see you on the holotables. So this is pretty big. I mean, let's just kind of list off what type of events do we have to unlock characters, at least big characters. We have raids like Han Solo, General Kenobi, Darth Trey. Then we have your classic legendary event, the first way to reveal an important character in the Star Wars universe. And then we have things like the journey events, which is kind of important when you see kind of go through the paces of how a hero became the bee. And then you have these epic confrontations of General Skywalker and Malik, where you're trying to relive big important battles within the Star Wars universe that have an important character tied to it. And now it seems like they're kind of going down the path with these Galactic Legends being like the pinnacle, iconic, important characters of the Star Wars movies. I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of say that, because there's a lot of the other characters we have in the game are important, but these are kind of like your staple characters it seems like they're trying to shoot after. And the question kind of lies in, how are we going to unlock these characters? This kind of explains more about why they're talking about the journey guide. I like the journey guide, just their bundle thing that they've been talking a lot about that kind of, I think, drives some people off the conversation a little bit. The journey guide overall is a really fantastic idea they're bringing into the game, but how end game is this going to be? Is this going to be, are these going to be characters you can unlock fairly early? Because again, remember, the journey guide, originally the blueprint for it was to help newer players get acquainted with the game, know what to chase after, know how to chase after certain characters in the game. But in terms of power level, where does Galactic Legend sit? Is it above an epic confrontation, below epic confrontation? Is it above a legendary journey character? Kind of hard to say at this point. I would guess that Galactic Legend, as I kind of said, being important key characters in the game, it would probably be the pinnacle of power for characters. I'm not going to get into the argument whether Rey and Kylo Ren are more powerful than Darth Vader and Commander Luke Skywalker. Not going to go into a conversation of Star Wars lore now, just in terms of the in-game mechanics. Now, historically, characters are placed in various events based on their power. I would love to hear what you guys think about this. My guess is, just to throw it out there, it's probably going to be some of the more powerful characters in the game. Maybe the most powerful if they're supposed to be iconic staple characters in the Star Wars universe. And the other thing I kind of get out of this is that this is going to be an important way of releasing new characters down the line. Everyone keeps asking, where's Jedi Luke? Where's Jedi Luke? Where's Jedi Luke? Where's Jedi Luke? We talked a little bit about it the other day when the developers talked about Jedi Luke very briefly, but this is something I would imagine they would throw Jedi Luke in because he is such an iconic character. And plus, if he's being thrown in this journey guide, new players who probably play the game because maybe they love Luke, they want to know how to get to that point. I mean, other characters, I know there's been this whole thing about where is Skywalker's journey going to end up going to at some point down the road, or if there's even going to be anything down the road. I remember the developers are kind of teasing a whole thing when Skywalker falls to the dark side, he becomes Darth Vader or something like that. They've been teasing some weird stuff about Skywalker. Point being, a lot of important characters, a lot of important moments in the Star Wars universe, and this journey guide is supposed to highlight those snapshots throughout the whole entire trilogies and I guess the saga overall. And now really the next question after how powerful these characters are going to be is, how are we going to unlock these characters? Are these going to be basically your traditional like legendary style unlocks, where you got to get a couple characters that are important to the character? Like what if General Hux and Sith Trooper, they're needed to get Kylo Ren? Again, it's right now, it's very difficult. I think it's also kind of difficult to kind of guess this because as of now, we don't quite know the plot of Rey and Kylo Ren and how that's going to unravel in this final movie to the Skywalker saga. I mean, especially seeing how the General Anakin Skywalker event had some really crazy requirements where you need ships and random characters that don't really fit the theme of what actually happened. Like Shakti with Padme in the Battle of Kamino never really kind of happened that way. So they can create whatever they want to make this a super difficult characters to acquire. Maybe Jedi training Rey is going to be needed to unlock this next version of Rey. Jedi Rey, as you can tell between this as well as the picture we just saw a moment ago, two different outfits for these raids. And just like how Scavenger Raid was needed for this raid, very well possible you can need this character to move on to the next raid. It's kind of hard to say. Same thing like the Kylo Rens. There are 2 Kylo Rens in the game, soon to be 3 Kylo Rens in the game. Isn't that crazy? 3 Kylo Rens. Maybe you need all 3 Kylo Rens to build up to the ultimate Kylo Ren that's going to be in this Galactic Legends event. So I guess at this point, we're just going to have to wait and see, because I mean, we can guess all day what it's going to end up being, but the fact of the matter is, this is a brand new style event. It's not like an epic confrontation, legendary, or journey event where we could definitely guess what the overall theme and what the overall purpose and the layout's going to be of this event. Brand new event. It's kind of cool. It's a kind of neat idea. I think things like Jedi Luke aren't done the most justice. They're just thrown into a legendary event. Luke is obviously a very important character, and seeing how now they're kind of distinguishing all these different types of character events, Galactic Legends definitely seems like it's going to be at the top. So I would think that's going to be how they're going to release Luke at some point down the road. And I guess the very last thing that we have to probably talk about a little bit is, I guess, the power creep, I guess, if we want to call it that. How is this going to work out in regards to things like Darth Malak and General Skywalker? General Skywalker just came out the press a month ago, and the people either don't have him, a lot of people don't have him, because he was a very difficult character to acquire, both in difficulty and in terms of requirements, and people are still building up the 7 stars as we're seeing right now. And Skywalker at the 7-star variant right now in the game, he is the best team in the whole entire game with the 501st. How's it going to work? We're presuming we're going to get Rey and Kylo sometime down the road, and maybe the next month as these new guys coming. How much more powerful are they going to be to General Skywalker? They're going to be equally powerful, so your investment in time and money you put into General Skywalker isn't thrown to waste? Because I can tell you, a lot of people are going to be upset who don't have General Skywalker, who want to give him the next time, who are still working to the 7-star variant, because it's very difficult to get Skywalker to 7 stars if their investment and time is completely overran by these new characters that come out 2 months afterwards. So that's another whole conversation in terms of where this power level is going to be. Are these characters going to be just as powerful? Skywalker more powerful, less powerful? I would think Galactic Legends, in terms of importance of events, they're more important, therefore have more important characters above an epic confrontation character. So there very well may be that this meta that really hasn't fully blossomed for General Skywalker, because people are still trying to build up to it one way or another, may kind of be short-lived with these new guys. General Skywalker will still be an important team in the game, very certain of that, but I think we're gonna have to wait and see how's this gonna compare to a Galactic Legends Rey and Kylo Ren. So guys, that really is gonna wrap it up for today's video. 2 brand new characters confirmed for Galaxy of Heroes: a new Rey, a new Kylo Ren, in a new brand new style of event. Guys, this is gonna be a lot of community discussion until we finally get confirmation and news from the developers. If you want to kind of throw your name into the hat in terms of what you think this is going to be, feel free to comment down below to have a little community conversation. Maybe you need to scan the front and back of your credit cards to unlock these characters. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I'll see all you lovely people in the next video. Peace out, everyone.